You think I wouldn't kill you just because you're 24 karat gold?
So, Saris had been infected by the X2. Well, as a result, you recovered another ability. At this rate, you may be able to face the SAX yet. But it's still a ways off. HQ has some more support data. This time it's missile upgrade data. You desperately need this, but the data room here is sealed with a level 4 lock, the highest security level. Let's avoid opening sensitive areas unless it's necessary. Also, the route to the data room in Sector 2 is blocked by still more SAX activity. I note a deliberate activity pattern, as if it is blocking your recovery intentionally. Samus, it looks like your best option for this download is in Sector 3, PYR. You will find the PYR data room on your map after using a navigation room there. Is your objective clear? Now head for Sector 3. This is a interesting mechanic, actually, where they like put some of those upgrades behind like a lock that you can't get there yet. You gotta wait, and you have a risk of doing damage to yourself.
Yeah, like everything in this game has an explanation for why it's like that. You know, you can make the argument that the explanation is stupid, but you can't make the argument that the explanation is arbitrary, like you can with a lot of games, which I think is neat. And you may be wondering, like, why do we care about keeping these doors sealed when the SAX can just like blow up doors? Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And I would argue that that's not an incorrect assumption to make. So perhaps the SAX is not what we're trying to keep out of these areas.
There you go. Thankfully, the X have not invaded this area yet. The data room here is sealed by another security hatch. In order to download, you must find the security room here and activate level 2 hatches. This may allow the SAX and X parasites into the area, but we are left with no choice. Your recovery is our main goal. The data room is here. As I explained, security rooms can't be shown on the map. Be careful, Samus. You will see very violent organisms here. And avoid the ultra-heated... I'm sorry. Whenever I see the word organism, I have to read the whole word.
Oh, you will have very violent orgasms here, Samus. So this is kind of interesting because this is their first time to see... Well, first of all, here's a room that the temperature is too high for me to explore. That'll become more of an issue later. This is the first area where it's not like corrupted by creatures.
Oh, yeah.
It's just kind of like a normal station right now.
Nice.
Guess I'm going down? Boy, I do not remember which way to go here. No, I'm not going down. Where's the fucking security room?
Ooh. I like that pose.
Nice.
Security.
We're getting green. Okay, so the data room's here. So I'm getting super missiles, and the way super missiles work in Fusion, unlike, as far as I know, every other Metroid game, is that super missiles are an upgrade to regular missiles. So now if I shoot, they're just a bigger explosion, does more damage.
Good.
As opposed to having to switch manually between missiles and super missiles, like every other Metroid game.
Okay.
And it's like, there have been newer Metroid games than Fusion that didn't employ that.
Do that.
And I'm like, it's terrible. Just make all my missiles super missiles.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess that was just a save room. Interesting. Okay. I knew there was something to trigger an event over here. It's as though something big is moving above us. So check this out. This is important for our story reasons. Why, it looks like he has a brain in there.
Right.
Perhaps he's not purely cybernetic.
Right. That's the thing, like, you know, in the fourth episode of that Alien World series that I reviewed, you know, earlier this year, like the aliens that they show, it's like the only intelligent civilization that they have, you know, on the show, which is, you know, perfectly fine. I think that makes sense, but they are like just brains in boxes. And it's like,
Yeah.
I think this is a little too tropey. I think this is a little too, you know,
Yeah, I didn't do
uncreative. That's like
Stupid.
stupid, yeah. I see that you encountered a rogue security bot. You may destroy it if you meet it again. Your safety is vital. But as to your brief, level 2 security locks are released, so sectors 5 and 6 are open. Wow, 2 at once. That means that those sectors have likely been infiltrated by X. They are much harder to stop than we initially suspected.
You think?
You think? Sector 5, ARC, is Sub-Zero. Ooh, you're still susceptible to cold from the vaccine side effects. So you'll take damage if you even set foot inside there. Oh shit. Avoid Sector 5 for now, but in the meantime, HQ is working on the data to adjust your suit for extreme temperatures. Once we have the transmission, you can download it, but the X have destroyed all the data rooms you have used so far. I no longer doubt their capacity for critical thought. Again, this is not new information.
Right.
You'll have to use the data room in the night habitat. Sector 6. Knock. Go to Sector 6 and access the navigation room there.
Humans underestimating the X
Is a theme.
is a trope.
Is a trope, yeah. Incoming dispatch.
Does Samus suspect anything?
No, I do not think so.
Good. Monitor her closely.
Affirmative. Out.
Perhaps there are more than one enemy to be aware of beyond the X. This game is a film.
And that's good. Sector 6. Knock.
Sector 6. You will have violent orgasms here, Samus.
Sector 6. The Varia
I say Varia.
Varia suit.
If it helps.
Various. No.
Yeah.
Variant.
That's kind of what I always assumed it was. Apparently, we're thinking way too deep on it. It's just a mistranslation of barrier suit in Japanese.
Oh my god!
So I guess it should be pronounced Varia. So yeah, I guess Varia suit. But yeah, anyway, I like to think various.
The wall suit data is here from HQ, ready to download. Get moving to a data room. But there's a problem. Before you go, X from the Sub-Zero sector, ARC, are in Sector 6, Knock, and they've been changed by the cold. If you absorb one, you'll be frozen from within. This seems like a deliberate tactic. Once you download, there are no coincidences. Once you download the Badia suit modification,
You can just say Varia. You don't have to pronounce the Japanese.
modification, you'll be out of danger. Just be extremely careful until then. The Knock data room is here. Remember, avoid the blue X. Use your beam to stun them in order to get by. Is your objective clear? Be careful. They are hunting you actively now, Samus. And this area is very dark. Proceed with extreme caution.
So this is the moment where you realize that the X are not concerned with their own safety and are willing to freeze and then intentionally, like, basically kamikaze you in order to freeze your suit.
But yeah, brains in boxes. Some would say that is
The least creative
I
organism you could create.
Yeah, exactly. Because like what is their culture? What is the point of existence?
Their culture is they're in a box.
Their culture is they're in a.
I'm in a box.
A cardboard box? Why are you...
I don't know. I was just looking at it, and suddenly I got this irresistible urge to get inside.
If you want to live forever, yeah, I guess put your brain in a box.
Yeah,
but like, now you have to get into the question of like, how do you define life?
Yeah, immortality is incredibly overrated. Like, it sounds boring as fuck.
Right.
It's like, you know.
Certainly no concern of mine. I have no interest in being immortal.
Yeah.
Hey, so this is an important event.
Okay.
So you'll see the floor here is the power bomb symbol, which I do not have.
I like that.
And so we have an encounter here.
Oh shit. Excellent.
And the game's gonna spook us here in a second, and I'll show you why.
Okay.
So check this out. If I go to follow the SAX. Oh God!
That was not intentional.
No, that was intentional. But
Okay.
my point is, like, I love that moment.
Yeah.
Like the game's like, oh, you thought you got away. One, look out!
Yeah.
Like, this is a horror game, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's done so well. I love it. Little kid me was like freaking out. Yeah, one of my favorite tropes in fiction is when you give someone immortality but you make it a curse. Dark Souls. Honestly. Let me get the. Oh no! Oh no! There's my Various suit. So there goes one of the last remaining data rooms.
Yeah.
And also creates a new implication for the X, which is that they can download digital information.
Oh yeah.
So this boss is actually very easy, but I was stuck on it for ages as a kid because you have to use charge beam. It's only weak to charge beam. You try to shoot missiles here, I'll show you. All the missiles bounce off, and it's like, you haven't had to use charge beam since you got it in Sector 1, and I totally forgot I had it.
Interesting.
I'm a little bittersweet over this upgrade. It's nice that you take less damage. It's nice that you can go in through, super heated and super chilled environments and stuff. But we also lose the cool blue suit and switch it for the worst color palette in any Metroid game. But we will upgrade the suit again after this.
Yeah. One thing that I had forgotten to mention earlier when we were talking about like intelligence in Earth animals is that technically speaking, collectively insects have intelligence, like a different kind of intelligence.
Yeah, like beehives and stuff.
Exactly,
Right.
and
ant colonies.
Ant
yeah.
colonies. An individual ant is quite stupid, But
Now my suit's ugly.
yeah, I like the blue suit better.
Yeah. We will change suits again.
I saw a comic strip that somebody had done, just like a little like one-off thing that you'd see on Twitter or whatever. This girl like travels to the year 10,000 with her time machine or something, and she's like, oh God, I'm so excited to see what the future holds. And there's a robot that greets her, or she's looking around and is like, where is everything? The robot greets her and says, "Oh, we were expecting your arrival," and or something like that, and it takes her to this dome facility thing, and there's all these little rooms with all these people hooked up to machines, and the robot's like, "Okay, here's all your dopamine and serotonin. Enjoy your existence."
Right.
And it's like, and then again somebody said, or the girl was like, "That's it." It's like, "Yeah, that's it." And somebody said, "This is the most optimistic future for humanity." It creeped me the fuck out.
Oh yeah, that's super creepy. That's you're basically describing the Matrix.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like that's the reason why, like, canonically in the Matrix, that the Matrix is what we know of as real life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the like Agent Smith says to Neo, like he tells him that this was not their first attempt at creating a virtual reality essentially to trap humans in, but that the first attempt didn't work because it didn't have conflict and they kept killing themselves.
Yeah. Jesus.
Check this out. That's not a missile tank.
It's a bat.
The X are fucking with us.
They could be anywhere, anything.
Yeah, I feel like that's a trope that would almost be too gimmicky if it was a movie. Like, the aliens could be that lamp over there. Like,
Yeah.
it would be too goofy to be scary.
Yeah.
But in a game, I think it works really well.
Yeah. How did that X download the Variasuit data? This doesn't seem to make any sense at all, unless the X have the ability to process data organically. Yeah, we got that. Yeah. At any rate, you have the Variasuit data. Now you will be protected from extreme temperatures. More importantly, the SAX will no longer be able to freeze you, so you can escape easier. But you're still too weak.
You're still a bitch.
That thing is too much for you. You currently have no way of damaging it. But my simulations indicate that a penetrating weapon, like the plasma beam, might work. Developing modification data will take HQ some time, though. There's also a chance that you may be able to restore your plasma beam by absorbing a large core X, as you did with the charge beam function. As for restoring the ice beam functionality, I doubt it. Your current cellular makeup would reject that addition. Therefore, HQ has developed an ice missile upgrade. This will add a freezing effect to your missiles. It will help. Go to Sector 5, ARC, for the download.
I love ice missiles.
Get moving.
Yeah, ice missiles are probably my favorite item, upgrade, whatever, from the Metroid series. They are so fun.
That's neat that they're kind of more or less sending the upgrades like in real time as she is like advancing through
Yeah.
the stage.
That's what's cool about this, is like you often reach a point where, like, when HQ sends an upgrade for you, it's no longer relevant because the X start mutating faster and faster.
Yeah.
And we'll see that as we continue on here. But,
Okay, that's
like,
actually
often they'll send an upgrade and it's too late at this point. Like,
Yeah.
you go get it and it's like, okay, but it's not helpful anymore.
yeah. That's good. That's good writing.
Yeah, I just can't believe that Yoshio Sakamoto did both Metroid Fusion and Metroid Other M, because Metroid Other M is like objectively some of the worst writing I've ever seen in any media. And I'm just like, Fusion's so good, what happened to you, man?
Some of the greats, their range is big. They can do phenomenal work and shit work.
Yeah.
And they're just,
Dare I say, is Sakamoto the Christopher Nolan of video games?
Perhaps. Yeah. I'm Bane. I'm going to make the football field crumble under your feet.
Ah, here we go. Getting yellow. I think we have an SAX encounter somewhere in here as well. also could be later. Yeah, that's another thing. We're going to return to every sector multiple times
Yeah. Okay.
as events unfold. So yeah, I'm getting kind of confused in my brain as to when certain things happen. I just know where they happen.
Right.
Oh, that's right. I think you get stuck after you get ice missiles. Because like now I have them and I need to leave, but if I try to go back out this way, this gate's blocking me, and so I think we get stuck in this sector for a while. Yeah, it's gonna make me go back down. That's right. So it is when we're on this trip. Okay, but yeah, I have ice missiles now, so that's gonna happen when I shoot missiles. And that lets
Nice.
us do neat things like this.
All right. Neat.
That's in every Metroid game, by the way.
Yeah.
Using freezing enemies to use them as platforms. Oh no! Come on, little guy. Are you real? No, you're not. Metroid's one of those things that's like, you can finish it really fast or over the course of months. It just depends on like, do you get stuck and do you know where to go?
Yeah.
So right now I'm about to abuse the X's like mutation. I need this to be big so that I can finish out that platform for speed boost. So I need to not absorb this X parasite. I need to let it grow instead. And now I can use it as platform. So we're starting to get more complicated puzzles as we're going here.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
Big fella. Ah, I didn't want to leave? No! Oh, God.
Damn.
I guess I'll go do the emergency then.